Here we go again, huh? No introduction required. Y'all see the title. Fellas, this is the reason why Uncle JD don't want to hear shit about misogyny. Nope. Nope. Don't come to me with that bullshit. Because once again, we got a woman who wants to go on social media showing her misandry and hatred of men. And the irony of it all, the irony of it all. This comes from, as I stated before in a previous video, TikTok, or shall I say, pro misandry TikTok. And yeah, ain't it ironic? TikTok don't want no male spaces on their platform, but somehow they okay with these women's spaces showing their hatred of men. But isn't sexism the reason why they don't have male spaces on TikTok? Yes, exactly. But but when it's female, but when it's the women showing their sexism, somehow, it's different. And for those of y'all who don't know, TikTok has quite the reputation of having misandrous, man-hating women on their platform. In fact, even I exposed TikTok on that shit. And no, for those of y'all wondering, this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time this shit happened. TikTok had two other misandrous women on their platform saying the same thing she is about to say. What's even more ironic, and what's even more ironic after that, everybody had to force TikTok to remove those videos. Especially when TikTok don't want to be called out on their own hypocrisy. But I'm going too much into this. But Uncle JD will say this shit. Don't say shit to us if you ain't gonna say shit to them. We ain't trying to hear it. Don't come to us crying, bitching, and complaining about misogyny and men hating women if you ain't gonna say shit to those women over there showing their misandry and their hatred of men. Shout out to Cheese and Said, the host of the Coffee Pot. I'll leave the link to the full video in the comment section. Go check it out. But I'm only going to play this. I'm going to play what this woman has to say because this is my main target right here. But enough of me babbling. Let's get down to business, shall we?
I'm going to go ahead and say what no one else is willing to say. So if you're a lover girl or a mediocre man, go ahead and click off this video because you won't like it, or you can cry in the comments. In order for us to achieve...
We choose option C. Dog your man-hating ass out. Let's continue.
Peace on planet Earth and get the things that we want to get out of this life, we're going to have to delete 90% of men. Yes, that includes your awful baby daddy and your ancient father. So if I was president of the universe, we would literally structure society so that we can finally achieve a major...
Wait, did she really say she was president of the universe? like that shit will ever happen. Such a delusional fantasy. But back to what she just said. Oh, we need to delete 90% of men. Hey, dumb broad. And who exactly would ever say that besides you? And what's more, we all understand completely what you mean when you say we got to delete 90% of men. Yeah, you want to kill 90% of men. That's what you're actually saying. But JD, misandry doesn't exist. Women hating men does not exist. First off, shut the fuck up forever because she's showing y'all that it does. And yeah, you also got dumb broads kissing her ass in the comments. But these would be the same dumb broads that would turn back around, cry, bitch, and complain about misogyny. Not even knowing what is the biggest contribution to misogyny. Misandry. And yes, Uncle JD Ben said this shit. But we'll deep dive further into this because I want to hear what else she has to say.
But in order to do that, we have to get rid of most men because let's just face it, most men are not going to change.
In internet speak, delete means kill. And we have a woman here who's saying, in order to achieve our ultimate goal as radical feminists, we're going to have to delete around 90% of men.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
You know, content that empowers women are one of the only spaces where you can not only monetize and build a brand of saying things like delete 90% of men. It's not the first time this idea has been proposed, but you can have people also listening to this, like this woman and other women who agree with her aren't actually insane. Can you imagine?
Now, let's see those same retarded fucks call their asses a fucking hate group. No. They have that energy for the men, have that same energy for the women. For the women also spewing hate as well, like this stupid bitch. Let's continue.
If a man got on an app and said, if we want to fix the problem with modern women today and the feminists, then the easy fix would just be deleting them. That would be like perfect B-roll for propaganda that wants to highlight channels like myself and call them toxic, but you will never see this, right? Unless if you're, of course, subscribed to a channel like mine.
Literally not.
And let's be upfront and real. What they're trying to do is condemn misogyny, but notice that they always got an excuse for misandry. But it goes back to what Uncle JD stated. One side is condemned, the other side gets excused, and they wonder why their retarded fuck-ass, bullshit-ass logic ain't working. They want to get rid of misogyny, then get rid of misandry as well. One can't survive without the other. But let's continue.
Not enough time on planet Earth to change the heart of a trash man, and there's nothing you can do. We would literally need the second coming of Christ in order to change some of these men on this planet. And so what I'm suggesting is that we literally get rid of them using the science that we already have. Elon Musk has said that by the year 2031, we will be able.
Okay, now you can shut the fuck up forever. Because it's funny how you want to delete 90% of men, but here you are quoting what a man has to say. The irony, the sheer irony in your retarded fuck ass logic. Let's continue.
to support life on planet Mars. So I'm suggesting that we ship 90%, the bottom 90% of men to Mars so that we can achieve the patriarchy. And what does that leave us with? That leaves us with the top 10% of men.
Mind you, she's quoting the smartest person she can think of, who happens to be a man who many of these women dislike, either for his political stances and his views on masculinity, which he's spoken very much about, and they think they can survive without.
What's even more crazy is that she wants the 10%ers, the men who are 10%ers, to stay. But however, all that retarded fuck ass shit is easy on paper. But how do we know those 10%ers want her ass? Especially when she's online spewing out her man hatred. What man wants to deal with that?
Men. Hilarious.
5% of which are the men who are loyal to their wives and devoted husbands. And the other 5% are the men who have amazing gene pool, great IQ, good bone structure, good hair, skin, tall, finest.
Now let me go ahead and debunk that fucking myth. Because it's clear to see that she's only talking about the gene pool because she wants her offspring to have good genes. Well, for starters, one, I doubt that she's a parent herself. But two, either she flunked or she never took a single semester in biology. You see, what she's trying to do is she's trying to make it seem like, oh, only men contribute to the gene pool. Ma'am, you women contribute to that same gene pool as well. And if you were a parent, which we know you're not, you will understand that the child carries both the father's gene and their mother's gene. And that's one thing, and that is something about these dumb broads. They think, oh, the child will 100% have the father's gene, but disregard their own. So with that same logic, it doesn't matter if the father has good genes, ma'am. If your genes ain't shit, then guess what? It's all for nothing. And no, ladies, don't sit there and pretend like y'all don't have no fucking bad genes yourself. No, don't sit there and pretend. We will not let you do that shit. If your genes is fucked up, then guess what? It's all for nothing. No matter how good that man's genes is, the child shares both parents. Let's continue.
You know what I'm talking about. So since 2031 is a couple years away, that gives us enough time to decide what are the traits that we want to keep from the men on planet Earth and how do we want to repopulate the planet. We can have sport.
First off, and you got to love her big conspiracy theory here. First off, who's going to execute your plan here? No, ma'am. Who is going to put your plan into action? You? And secondly, who all going to be on board with this besides your the other man-hating bitches in your comment section. Because I will tell you this, hell will freeze over before you get your way, ma'am. Let's continue.
In competitions to decide who is the most athletic. We can have mental competitions to see who is the smartest, the best IQ. We can have social competitions to decide who has the best heart and who is the most emotionally viable. But if
And guess what? Guess what? The same should happen on y'all side of the fence too. Especially if you want a 10%er. If you want a 10%er, you best show that you best prove that you're worthy enough. Because even if you take the 80%, even if you kill off the 80% or send the 80% to Mars, which of course, once again, is wishful thinking. How do you know for the fact that 80% wants that 10% wants you? Oh, and keep in mind as well, scientific fact, there are more women than men. So by removing the vast majority of men and only keeping that small percent, guess what? A lot of you bitter man-hating women will indeed die alone. And I don't think the ones who are married, I don't think the wives of the men that are married are willing to share. Let's just call a ball and a strike on that shit. Let's continue.
you want to actually have a chance to fight as a matriarchy and become the great planet that we know we can be,
we just have to delete 90% of men.
We have to get rid of 90% of men in order to do this.
Wow.
And that means you're going to have to detach from the idea of everyone getting a soulmate, because that's just not realistic. Now, after...
Well, thank you for confirming exactly what I said. A lot of y'all will die alone if y'all have your fucking way. Oh my God, the retarded logic is off the Richter scale. Let's continue.
We've gotten rid of 90% of men, you probably are asking, Ace, what do we do after that? Now we got all these women on this planet, what are we going to do? I'm suggesting that we begin to rebuild our societies centering around women, children, and the elderly, meaning our housing complexes need to literally be built in a circle. So,
God damn, I know how to pause. So basically, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. These man-hating bitches want power and control. So by that logic, they will be no different than the men they cry, bitch, and complain about. But furthermore, how do we know for a fact that will ever happen? As I said, it's easy on paper, but let's be upfront and real on this bullshit. It will never happen. It will never happen in real life. You bet your ass fights will break out. But then again, who is she to say who does and who doesn't belong on this planet Earth? I'll go the extra mile and say this. If those men need to go, her ass need to go too. And goddamn it, I can't take her ass seriously with this pause. Let's continue.
putting children in the center and having the rest of the society, the rest of the neighborhoods be built around this. Now, you're probably wondering, well, we got rid of all the men. Who's going to do our construction work? We can literally 3D print our houses if we want to.
Are you for real?
I mean, I knew this was going to be informative, but I didn't know we were also going to have a comedy section as well. Engaged?
Is she for real with that? Oh, let's just 3D print. Let's just 3D print and that's it. So your house is gonna be just 3D printed and that's and not much else. No carpentry, no electrical work, no plumbing. Just 3D printouts? That's it? This is indeed a comedy. Let's continue.
We can have strong women do the work. If you know anything about strong women, a strong woman is as good as a man, as competent as a man.
Okay.
So if they so good and so competent as men, how come we don't see those exact same women doing those dangerous jobs? You know, fix power lines, working the mines, getting those minerals you need. Up underground in those sewers, cleaning out the lines. I could go on and on. Oh, that's right. Those are considered dirty jobs that y'all don't want to do, but everyone is convinced that, oh, y'all good and y'all just as strong as men. But if you get rid of all the men, who's going to do all the work? Who's going to do those dirty jobs that you ain't going to do? We all know that for a fact. Let's continue.
And the best part about women is that not only can they be strong and competent, but they can also produce more men if we need to.
Wow.
Except this time the men will have great genes because we weeded out all of the bad gene pool. And I know some.
And again, she believes that the child's genes only comes from the father. No, ma'am. The child shares both their parents' genes. The child's going to have parts of his mother and parts of his father. And as I stated before, because dumb bras like this and other bras just like her, she believes that the child only gets genes from the father. Nope. They get genes from y'all bitches too. And as I also stated, you could get a man with the best genes on the face of the earth. But ladies, listen carefully. If your genes ain't shit, then guess what? Guess how that child is going to turn out? So in this situation, both parents' genes needs to be on point in order for that child to have good genes. No, not just one parent, both parents. That's right, ladies. If your genes are fucked up, then it doesn't matter. What man you get with good genes. The child is not going to come out with good genes. But as I said, either she's not a parent herself to have that understanding, and or she either flunked or never did a single semester of biology. If she believes that's how that shit works. But let's continue.
Some of you out there are thinking, well, what happens with all of the men that we send to Mars? What are they going to do up there? I don't know. I mean, they probably want to smash each other. So we should just let them do their thing and create their own societies, their own communities, their own brotherhood if they want to. They can go play soccer.
But isn't but meanwhile, you man hating bitches on planet Earth, 9 times out of 10 is gonna smash each other too. Just come out the closet and say it, ma'am. Y'all women will smash each other. Let's continue.
Do whatever they want. I just don't think that we can have them on our planet if we want a chance at survival as women who have power. And if you have other suggestions on how.
And where's your power at, ma'am? I mean, you talking mighty big on TikTok, on social media, but where's your power at? Us men would like to see it. After all, you're the one saying all this shit, but let's see you put it to action. Let's see you force those men out to Mars. Let's see you kill off those type of men without a goddamn fight. That's all you're pushing. God damn it, I know how to pause again. But let's continue.
We can rebuild a matriarchy on planet Earth. Let me know in the comments.
She needs to stop doing drugs.
I agree.
It'll make you feel better.
I agree.
And one last thing, having money as a man does not qualify you to be on the matriarchy of planet Earth. So we can go ahead and get rid of that myth that having...
Don't talk about money. No, ma'am. Y'all the last ones to talk about money when y'all depend on a man's money. And just like that, there goes that 10%. Don't you just love it how they destroy their own how they destroy their own strategies like this? Let's continue.
Money as a man makes you better because literally it's your gene pool. What genes were you born with, and how can you be useful to the matriarchy? On planet Earth, as a matriarchy, we literally don't need money.
And by the look of that hairline, your genes ain't nothing special yourself, ma'am. So let's not talk about genes right now. Right now, if you believe that, the genes only come from the men and not from both parents, we ain't trying to hear that retarded fuck shit. Let's continue.
Anymore, so you're dismissed.
Top comment says, women hate each other, so this will never work. Oh,
facts.
The truth comes out. With the Drizzy photo right there, somebody says, since when women have always grouped together and supported other women?
Bullshit.
Men have been the only factor that divided women and pitted women against each other. Yeah, another woman chimed in and says, women only have an issue with other women because of men. It's all men's fault. Correct.
Obviously, everything goes wrong, the man has to be a scapegoat. Oh, it's never their fault. We're like Mother Teresa. Get the fuck out of here. Now, ain't it funny? All this crying, bitching, complaining about misogyny, but you got these man-hating, misandrous ass bitches on here, but nobody wants to say anything. And yes, I am stopping it right here. But here's something they won't see. While they crying, bitching, and complaining about misogyny and how men hate women, here's something they ain't gonna talk about, and which Uncle JD been saying this. And get this, not a single person has challenged me on what the fuck I said. Not a single person challenged me on what I'm about to say right here. And what has Uncle JD said before? Women like her are the biggest contributors to misogyny. And no, you can't prove, and no, you're not proving me wrong on this because you can't. These misandrous, man-hating women are the biggest contributors to these misogynist men who hate women. That's just call a ball and a strike. And as I also stated before, you can't get rid of misogyny without getting rid of misandry. No matter what you do or how hard you try. Because as long as misandry exists, the problem is going to continue. Why why do you why do you think that their bullshit ain't working? These men are misogynists. These men hate women. But it's okay for us women to say kill all men and show our hatred of men online. And they think they're going to get rid of misogyny. They really are delusional. This is why they have to go around saying that, misandry doesn't exist. Oh, women don't hate men. Yes, y'all fucking do. If you got to go online and say, oh, we got to kill all men, we got to delete all men, then yes, you are a man-hating misandrist. And fuck no, you're not going to talk your way out of this shit. Now here's my question to TikTok. Will TikTok punish these sexist women that goes on their platform also spewing their hatred out against men, or will they prove themselves to be hypocrites? Because at this point, women like her and all these other women showing their hatred of men, it's the reason why misogyny will never go away. Yes, y'all heard Uncle JD. These misandrous, man-hating women like her is the reason why misogyny will never go away. And until they have that understanding, then guess what? The problem is going to persist. Shoot, you even got, and yes, fellas, we even got women out here saying the exact same shit. How are you going to complain about men hating women when y'all giving them a goddamn reason to hate you? You're giving what women like her is doing is giving men a reason to hate them, which defeats the purpose of them complaining about misogyny. Didn't I say that shit? I did. So as long as one side sexism continues, don't expect for the other side to just go away because you want it to go away. And I'm being brutally honest on what I'm saying here. And until they correct, and until that side is corrected, don't say shit to us. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Again, shout out to Cheese and Said, the host of the Coffee Pot. If y'all want to watch this full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link in the comment section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Miles sent you. But that's all I got for tonight. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.